This is my second video. Yay for me. Anyway, I just wanted to go a little bit in detail about my first video. It's about sexualization of young children, and sex being pushed on younger and younger children. And anyway, and it's all being pushed in the media, by the school systems, and just basically everywhere that anybody could see. I mean, especially little kids. And don't get me wrong. Sex is not a bad thing. It's something special that God made for one man and one woman, married and everything. But it's just the way it's being presented it's just something to mess around with, and it's just not being represented in the right kind of way. I mean, especially in the public schools where they're teaching kids as young as kindergarten about certain stuff, which I won't go into exact detail, but it's pretty rough. I mean, you could just type up articles about what they teach and everything, and just Google articles about that kind of stuff. I'm not going to go into exact detail. I mean, you can pretty much figure it out for yourself, but it's pretty rough. I mean, I never learned anything like that in kindergarten, and that was only a few years ago, but it's just wrong. I mean, kids have that age have no business learning about those kind of things. They should be worried about learning addition, subtraction, multiplication, spelling, all the the 3 R's is people used to say way back when in my grandparents' day. And it's even the junior high. I mean, they learn stuff that I don't think anyone should have any business knowing about what it is until they're at least an adult. I mean, it's just wrong. And the media, like the movies, the music, the stuff that kids watch on TV, that's geared toward kids or teenagers or whatever specific age group of kids, just kids in general. It's just shocking. I mean, really. And it's teaching kids to go after what they want now. I mean, it's teaching them to lust, and it's not teaching them the right things and the right values and choices and stuff. And an example with music, I mean, as I mentioned before, I'm a big music person. 40 years ago, the big deal was, I Want to Hold Your Hand. Now you listen to the radio now, and people are wanting to do a whole lot more than that. And the most sickening thing is it's all geared toward younger people, like teenagers and so on. And people as young as like 12, 13, maybe even younger than that, listen to that and think there's nothing wrong with it. And the clothes, I mean, seriously, I'd see girls as young as maybe like 4 or 5 with their little tube tops, tank tops and little short shorts and stuff, and wearing too much makeup than they should at that age, and just growing up too quick, and it just doesn't look right, and it's just plain wrong. I mean, somebody who's really sick in the head could see something like that, and they could interpret that as permission to do something like that to a little girl. I mean, it's just really a very messed up thing. But the most messed up thing about it at all is, who buys the clothes, who, lets them listen to music, or who buys the music, or who buys all the stuff, and who lets their kids watch, certain shows, and who buys certain movies or takes them to certain movies, or at least, gives them the funds to do so. most of the time, probably 95% of the time, it's the parents. So, I mean, I'm a firm capitalist. I believe in free market. And if people stop buying this stuff, then they'll stop making it. And if people wake up and realize this is wrong, and this is very, very just sickening and messed up, then they'll quit buying it. And guess what? The people in Hollywood, or the people in the music industry, or the people in television, stuff like that, they'll quit making it because they realize it doesn't sell. Now, I'm not one of these, to clarify anything, I'm no prude. I'm not one of these people that's just extremely strict on stuff like that. But, I mean, teach your kids to think for themselves, most importantly. And, you know, if you happen to see something on TV or hear something on the radio, you could use that as a discussion point with your kids. You know, why it's wrong to do something like that, or why is, you know, whatever they're saying or doing wrong, and it could start a discussion in that way. But I mean, don't let them watch whatever you want, you know, whatever they want, without your supervision and without, you know, ability, without you there to turn it off, or, you know, talk to them about why it is wrong, about why we shouldn't do stuff like that. But I mean, just learn, and also learn to say no. I mean, if your kid comes, you know, and for example, they want to buy this little skimpy outfit that you don't think they have any business wearing, or they want to buy a CD that's, you know, full of racy stuff and bad language and all that, just say no. I mean, don't let them, you know, give in to but so-and-so's mom lets them, or so-and-so's parents let them do that. Don't buy that. I mean, just don't give in to that. I mean, my parents never gave in to me when I did stuff like that. They never did. And, you know, guess what? I mean, I'm doing pretty fine now. And I'm not here to, you know, be judgmental or hateful or anything like that. I'm just here to encourage people to, you know, make the right decisions. And I just don't feel comfortable sitting back and letting this happen. I mean, really. It's just not anything. It's something we should speak out about, and that we should. I mean, I understand every generation has had their issues, the younger generation and whatnot, but it seems like now it's really out there, and it's really just wrong. I mean, it goes against everything good, that just goes against everything that's good, and it's just totally evil, in my opinion. Actually, it is evil, no, regardless if it's my opinion or not. But anyway, that's my little rant for now, and I'll be off, and I'll be making another video shortly.